really nervous and I have no idea why. Hello world, it's me, Charlie here, and I don't know why, but I'm really nervous filming this. I just want to sit down here with you guys, just to talk to you guys about school. I know school could be hard sometimes, especially high school. So I'm in high school and it got really tough for me. But school is important, especially for your future. I didn't really think this through. You really need your education. Yeah, high school could be tough on you sometimes. It's been tough for me for the past year. I've slacked off. I've talked back to my teachers. It's all because I have anxiety. And if you have anxiety in you, you shouldn't... This is really hard to describe. You shouldn't hide it from people. I've hid it from teachers, my parents, my friends for the past possibly year and a half, 2 years, and I'm just dealing it with it now. Yeah, it gets hard, but especially when you're at school and you get anxiety. Like when I got anxiety, I had to be around my friend to help myself calm down. But I had to sit elsewhere, so I would get mad at the teacher and I would talk back to her, and this is really hard. And I started slacking off and sleeping in class in all my classes last semester. Then I finally told my mom in November. I told her, well, I didn't really tell her, but she kind of figured out that I had anxiety. You could probably hear my dad's video game in the background, but where was I? I talked back to my teachers and I was slacking off and I wasn't doing all my work. I was getting 20s in most of my classes. Now you're probably wondering how, if I have anxiety, how am I doing YouTube? Well, sorry, I'm off track. School. If you have anxiety, you should talk to somebody about it. If you're depressed or I don't know, like if you're having troubles in school with a bully, or you're depressed, or you have really bad anxiety, you should really talk to somebody about it. I know it could be hard. It was hard for me to talk to my mom about it when she told me, she told me I have anxiety and I didn't know what was wrong with me at first. But my mom confronted me and said I have anxiety and it's really hard for me to do things publicly. So I had to take a semester off. If you have to take a semester off of school, then that's totally fine. Just when you go back, you have to work extra hard. Like, I just went back to school this week on Monday and I've been working my ass off. Especially in grade 11, it's pretty hard. But you really need your education for this. For your future, especially if you're in high school and you're grade 11 and 12, you should really work on your anxiety, because when you go off to college, it's way worse than high school. It's bigger classes, more people in the school, and more people to encounter. I started slacking off in grade 9, and it hasn't really helped me out in grade 10. Like, I've passed all my classes, but just barely. Why is this so hard for me to talk about? Grade 11, that's when I just went downhill. Downhill. I never talked back to my teachers. In elementary school, I was the good kid who did all her work, who got really good grades. You just have to work hard. Even if you have anxiety, if you're depressed, or if you're struggling with a bully, talk to somebody. Anybody, your parents, your grandparents, a friend. Just talk about it. It's gonna be hard. But if you don't work on it, it's just gonna get harder. It was hard for me after my great grandma died. I went into depression after she passed away, and I didn't talk to anybody about it for about 2 years after. No, a year after, talked to my mom about it. And now I'm getting help from my mom. And if you need to get a counselor, get a counselor. And with that depression, that's especially when I went downhill in school. School is really important in your life. Education. Even though you think it's stupid, it's not. You just have to work hard at it and you'll succeed. If you just lie around all day and not work hard and slack off in school, you won't do good when you're older. You can't stay in your parents' house for the rest of your life. You just have to work hard for your future and for what you want to become. No one else could tell you what you could do but yourself. If you just put your mind to it and if you put your mind to it and work hard, you'll get there. wherever you want to go. I want to become a hairdresser and go to Fanshawe College in London. And I'm working my butt off now. I am working my butt off now since I'm going back to school. I may have to take an extra semester after my grade 12, but that's okay. As long as I get that diploma at the end, then I'm off to college. Just, if you have anxiety and depression, just talk to somebody. Just let it all out and talk to somebody. Yeah, it's gonna be hard, but once you start talking to somebody, it gets easier. You could get it gets easier, I promise. No matter how long it takes, it will be easier. No matter how long, no matter how depressed you are, how much anxiety you have, if you start trading it and talking to somebody, it gets better. I promise. Yeah, I know anxiety and depression sucks. You're not the only one who has it. You're not alone. You have there's a lot of people out there with what you have: depression, anxiety, problems at school, bullies. You're not alone. If you think you're alone, you're not. Talk to your mom, your dad, a teacher you trust. Get a counselor. Talk to your best friend, even a friend, close friend. Once you let it all out, all that weight is gonna come off your shoulders. And things, if we work at it, things will get easier. Especially for school. If you talk to somebody about your school grades, they could help you, especially teachers. If you go to teachers for help, they could help you with your grades and get you back on track. But trust me, it gets better. It gets way better. No matter how long it will take, no matter who you talk to, life's hard. Life's like a life is like a roller coaster. It has its ups and downs. But if you really work at it, you could have a roller coaster that only goes up. I've helped. It's gonna get hard before it gets easy. But if you just work, it will get easier. You just have to put an effort in it. And you just have to. Especially for school, you have to put an effort in it. If you get good grades, you feel good about yourself. Then when you feel good about yourself, you'd want to do more. But I promise you, if you have anxiety, depression, if you're having a hard time in school or with bullies, it gets better. If there's a bully, just stand up for yourself. Go straight up to the bully and be like, hey, why are you picking on me? Is there a problem? Things will get better. It will get better. Don't worry. You're just on a rocky road right now. But if you drive slow enough and careful, you will get to the smooth road. It gets better before, it gets worse before it gets better, but it will get better. I love you guys so much, and I hope I've helped you. Just take my advice on what I said, talk to somebody, stand up for yourself, talk to a teacher for school, and things will get better. I love you so much. Deuces and peace out.